Alright, so Savage 3D Printing here, and today we are going to be replacing the hot end on my Ender 3 Pro. So as you can see, I have a lot of different things. It's direct drive, it's got a Satanza thing, it's got a CR touch, and it's got a 5015 on it. This is a bracket for a 410 to 5015, so I'm probably going to switch. But we're going to be talking about this hot end. A buddy of mine recommended me this, and I'm going to try it on the Pro here before I eventually change the Aquila over. So it didn't come with any instructions. Of course, you know, I can kind of figure out. I know one of these is for the fittings, and so like this one's already set up for the Ender because it's got the clip in. So I'll end up having to push the PTFE tube in there, and I'll get it figured out. I'll look at the instructions before I start, because you can find them online. But I know there's some thermal grease in here, you know, stuff like this. But the reason I'm doing this is a stock hot end. This is an all metal, so this piece right here, which is your nozzle, goes all the way up and into here. It like stops right around here or so. And this keeps you from getting throat clogs, whatnot, and that's what I'm running into with these printers. So we're gonna go ahead and do this swap, see what we get. Hopefully it's better. This is a bigger heater and everything than comes stock on these, so it should definitely be better, but we'll see. Alright, so here we are. I'm going to get my direct drive off. We're going to Alright, so we're going to get the direct drive off and go from there. So get this bad boy off. I'm going to get a new printed bracket and put it on here. So that's going to be fun. Just a bunch of stuff I need to get done. I'm going to make sure the hot end fits on the Satanza hot end. I got some more Capricorn tubes sitting somewhere. So that's done. Probably not going to take... I might have to take that off. Yeah, with the direct drive, it's a lot harder to get these up, so I have to spin them up, basically. I gotta remember what I got in here. Okay, I can access the little drive there. Alright, so now we're going to take the Satanza off, which I have super glued here a little bit, so it may break. If it breaks, I'm not too worried about it. If it doesn't, oh well. Just a little bit of super glue. Yeah. Super glued on there. So go ahead and we'll get our bigger piece here. This bolt out, get the bracket for the CR touch removed. As soon as I find which one to use. There we go. Bracket out of the way here. Oh, maybe it is taken out, huh? Yeah, it's not a big deal. Just a little acetone will take it off. I use acetone and Q-tips. And so what we're going to do is soak the Q-tip. Like so. We've got the Q-tip all soaked. Then we're going to come in here, and right where the super glue is, we're going to dab it in there, try to get it to soften up. Work it loose. There it goes. It's just a little bit. It's not a lot, so. As long as we get it dabbed in there and get it in. And the reason I did this is the screw on the Satanza is very inset, and I wasn't able to get that screw in while I was doing it, so my hot end kept drooping, and it was just easier for me to dab a bit of super glue on the corner. But I recommend putting the screw in if you have it. I didn't have it, as I got this free hand. I'll probably replace it when I do this. Let's see, working it. Just taking our time, working it slowly through there. Definitely getting it out. So what I did is get a little bit in a spray bottle and kind of spray it there to work up behind that glue. Now I'm gonna get a X-Acto knife, and I'm going to run it across the edge of where it is and try to get it to just break free. You know, it's really in there a little bit, but nothing that can't get through. This way I don't have to reprint a shroud, but worst comes to worst, oh well. Working slowly but surely. Yeah, there we go. A little bit of the plastic came off, but we can clean that up. So now that we have that off, you can see our hot end. So really see it here. We'll maximize the light there, and you can see our hot end. Let me close these blinds real quick to help some of the problem. Somewhat of the problem. So, see the hot end, and here's where our bolt went in for the Satanza. But you also got the bolt hole right here, which is the one that I didn't put in. So I'll end up having to scrape this off, and I'll probably just grind this off real quick. But other than that, and it's just this little piece right here, we're going to go ahead and get this removed. I'm going to get the wires disconnected. If I have to flip it over or do something, I'll let y'all know. And I don't run things as cleanly as I should, but I'm going to try in this video. I'm going to try to get it back in this wire loom. So I will get this one unbolted, and I will see you when we have this mounted. Alright, so I got my extruder swapped over to the new PA6 mount. It will replace this mount, which is removed by taking these out. I'll be replacing these two with new V-wheels, and we will see the end result in a minute. Alright, so our new direct drive mount is now at it. I do my springs a little weird, but that's because I had to modify it for the other mount. I know, I'm still using a plastic extruder. Oh no, it'll break. I'll deal with it when I get there. So, this is now done. I gotta get the hot end in. But after I get the hot end in, which is like that. Oh, it's a bit tall. Bit tall, but we'll make it work. Other than that, yeah. So this one has definitely been a thing. I'm glad that I switched this mount. So yeah, we're gonna get it buttoned back up together, and y'all will see the end result. Really, all you have to do to swap this hot end is the 2 bolts. Then we will move on to the wiring portion. After switching to the small connector, you can definitely see I do have enough room to put a Capricorn tube in there. So I'll measure out the Capricorn and get it sliced up. So here is the hot end assembled, and the Capricorn tube is in. I just pushed it down all the way in here, took a measurement, then I continued to cut off as I need it until it fit and clicked in, so it's locked in now. I'm sure there's an easier way to do it, but you know, that's just me. As for the wiring, I will get to that. We'll flip it up. We'll figure out what I was doing. I'll see if I can remove the other heater wiring, and we'll go from there. All right, so fan shroud is on, and you can see where it stops at. If I can get it to focus in. Oh, it won't focus. Anyway, it should be enough clearance. We're getting ready to do the wiring now. Get this out of here, and I'll let you know what happens. Alright, so now we're in the motherboard, which you take off by removing this cover. There's a screw here, and there's a screw here. It'll be at the bottom of the plate. You know, you'll see it right there. And then there's a screw on top right in this hole, which you can see right there. And you'll remove the plate, and I let it hang because I'm not unplugging the 24 volt thing. So now you'll have the TH connector, which is really hard to see because you got all this hot glue right where it sits. But you're gonna have to remove the hot glue, and be careful removing the hot glue so you don't cut yourself. So like, I'm only going for the TH right here, which you can see is right there. And now we are going to, the heater is down here, but we'll showcase that in a minute. So we're going to go ahead and remove this. This is the thermistor. And we get that out of the way. And we will clip these wires, and we will remove our hot end and our thermistor, and then we will install the new ones. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those, and then I will show you where the heater is so I can actually look and see, but I will show you when we get to that point. Alright, so these two right here are your heater, and you will loosen up the terminals, the 2 terminals right here, and slide them out. There's that. There's that. So now that that's done, you know those are for your heater, and those are tied down. I'm pretty sure this is a plus and a positive. I can't read the board right there, but that's how you know. I'm surprised they're not coated, but now if I come up to around where the hot end is, I should be able just to, you know, pull it through, and I will when I disconnect some of my fittings, but we'll get that removed, we'll get the new one installed, and hopefully we'll see what it looks like. Alright, so I now have the new harness installed, and I will be installing the thermistor right here, and I will be figuring out which one goes to which, but for right now, so I know which one goes to what, but I gotta make sure I have them on the other side. But when you're putting these in, this wire comes with a positive and a negative. The other one doesn't, because it doesn't matter which one is positive or negative. As long as it's in these 2 posts right here. 1, 2, 1, 2. These 2 right here. Make sure that's done. It's DC voltage it can be reversed either way. It doesn't really matter. So that's taken care of. So if you have any issues with that, you just remember. Anyway, if you have any issues, remember it doesn't matter. Just push them into the same two that you missed, and that'll be done. So now we're gonna package this all up. I'm gonna save you all that. I'm gonna figure out what the hot end is, plug that in, throw some wire ties on it, and call it done. All right, so we are now plugged all back in. Clippers ran. We got the mount mounted up. We're gonna go ahead and run some tests through Clipper. All right, so now we're in Clipper. So everything seems to be working okay. Go ahead and heat up the extruder. The extruder seems to be heating. Temp sensor is reading all right. We're gonna go ahead and do a home. Go to home. Make sure everything sits right. Everything looks good there. So now we are going to run a PID for the heater. Oh, where's it at? Guess I have to type it in. Give me a second to get the code. Okay, so we're gonna try this. I believe this is what we want. We're PID calibrate heater, equal extruder, target 200. What that's gonna do is it's going to PID calibrate the extruder. You can see here. And once it PID calibrates, it will warm up faster if it needs to or not. But it's not necessary to always do this. Like, it's setting in at 195 now, so it's going to bring the temp down. And it's PID calibrating right now. So this will do that. Then I'll do a cal cube, and as you can see here, it's now saved, so I can hit save config at the top, and we can go back. You can I'll have to home, and I'll go ahead and set the Z offset. I'm not going to show you all that. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So we'll do that, and I'll be right back when we're printing the cal. Alright, so we are printing a Cali Dragon with it now. I'm still trying to get the Z offset set, but once I get the Z offset set, we'll be off to the races. So we are printing. Still got some Z offset issues, but yeah, the hot end looks like it's printing pretty well. The only thing, I'm pretty sure it's my my level map that's off, which I need to redo since I added a new hot end and changed a bunch of stuff. But other than that, it looks perfect. Alright, so our print just finished, and it comes off the bed. You can see the quality is amazing. This is at 0.16 layers. Had a small layer shift-ish. I don't know if it's even a layer shift, it's more of a bulge. But it looks amazing. You still need to tune in retraction, but it is definitely working as it should. A lot better than what I was doing with the stock hot end. I kept having throat clogs in the in here, and this works a ton better. And now I'm happy that I no longer have the direct drive like this, because it's a pain in the ass to put filament through.
So that'll be all for this video. So we replaced the hot end with an Amazon hot end. It mimics the bamboo. It was fairly easy to wire up. I'm very impressed with the quality. It came with the CHT nozzle. It was $30. The Spider V3 is $60. All I got to tune in is retraction. I did a PEI. Everything works great. It does take a minute to get used to getting the Z offset down, but it does work like it's supposed to. So I am very impressed with it. I had already ordered another one for the Aquila. The Aquila will be getting one. The Aquila just got some other things wrong with it that I have to replace the X gantry bracket. So I have the X gantry bracket, but it is still mounted to the hot end. So I will go ahead and I'll put this hot end on, get a new, direct drive bracket, and we will be good to go. So yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, get this video out there. If you have any questions, let me know. You can find me on Instagram, you can find me on TikTok, you can find me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page. Make sure you like and subscribe to that, and if you like these videos, make sure you hit that notification button to get more. Remember, be savage.